Have you all ever heard of I Love Lucy? Maybe not. It was a show way before I was even born, but it is iconic. Hello, ducklings. Welcome back to Auntie's Castle. I'm Auntie, and for today's activity with Auntie, we are going to do some reading. It's not just any old regular reading. Today, we are going to learn all about the legend, the icon, that is Lucille Ball. She was just a wonderful comedian, actress, and everybody should know her name. So since we're reading, you know what that means. Get a stuffy, get a blankie, get comfy cozy, and let's learn all about Lucille Ball. Lucille Desiree Ball was born in her grandparents' apartment on August 6th, 1911 in Jamestown, New York. 1911. That is over 100 years ago. When Lucy was 3, her father died of a thyroid fever. Lucy never forgot the day she learned the sad news. But a few months later came some good news. Her mother, Dee Dee, gave birth to Lucy's brother, Freddie. From the beginning, little Lucy loved attention. At the grocery store, she liked to hop onto the counter and pretend to be a frog. Customers would give her pennies and candy. That's silly. Could you imagine just walking into a grocery store and there's like a little girl on the counter acting like a frog? I guess I would pay her too. She's putting on a show for everybody. Lucy's grandfather bought a house for the whole family to live in next to Chautauqua Lake. From her bedroom window, Lucy could see a hedge of purple lilacs. Lilacs soon became Lucy's favorite flower. The lake was perfect for swimming and boating in the summer. But boy, was it cold in the winter. Look at those beautiful lilacs. That's her favorite flower. What's your favorite flower? For me, I would have to say a rose because my middle name is Rose. A short walk away was Sullivan Park, a place with rides, a boardwalk, a bandstand, and best of all, a stage. Lucy loved watching performers there and then putting on shows at home with Freddie. When Lucy was a teenager, she worked at the park, selling hamburgers and ice cream. I don't know if I could have that job, ducklings. I would eat all the ice cream. And she performed in plays at her school and in a local theater. All the while, Lucy dreamed of being an actress. When Lucy was 15, Dee Dee sent her to acting school in New York City. The school was far from home, so Lucy took the train to the city and lived with family friends while she studied. It didn't go well. Oh, her teachers made fun of her rural accent and her dancing. They told her she would never be a success. Lucy went home and tried to forget about her dream. That is so sad, ducklings. You never let anybody tell you about your dream. Then Lucy's family had some financial problems and had to move out of their house. Lucy was determined to help, so back to New York she went to try to get work. Lucy auditioned for many shows when she was 16 and 17. She was excited to be hired as a chorus girl on Broadway, but was fired soon after because she couldn't do all the dance steps. Oh man, that must be really hard. To pay her bills, she dyed her hair and worked at Hattie Carnegie's dress shop, modeling fancy clothes for rich customers. Hattie taught Lucy how to pose. Then something scary happened. Lucy became very sick. After many months, she was finally strong enough to stand and walk again, but there was a bad surprise. Her left leg was now shorter than her right. Do you think this stopped Lucy? No way. Her left leg was shorter than her right? That must make it so hard to walk, let alone dance or be on a stage. That didn't matter to Lucy. She wasn't stopping for anything. How does that even happen? Lucy kept modeling. She was even on a billboard in Times Square. That's so cool. But Lucy's dream was to act. Her lucky break came when she ran into an agent named Sylvia Hollow. Sylvia told her an actress had backed out of a new movie and the studio needed someone to replace her. Was Lucy interested? Lucy didn't think twice. She auditioned and she got the job. She was finally on her way to Hollywood to be a movie star. Here's the agent over here saying, "Don't forget my 10%. She wants her money, honey. Lucy made a lot of movies, but the ones she was in weren't the most popular. They were known as B movies. and Lucy became queen of the bees. In the 1930s, studios would discover actors and actresses, the talent, and sign them to multi-year contracts. This happened to Lucy. On the set of one of those movies, Too Many Girls, Lucy met a handsome young Cuban musician. His name was Desi Arnaz. People thought Lucy and Desi made an odd couple, but they didn't care. They fell in love, got married, and bought a ranch in California. Lucy and Desi were a great team. They formed a company they named Desi-Lou Productions. They created a vaudeville act together, and then came the news that would change everything. CBS asked Lucy and Desi to make a TV show. I Love Lucy, the show I was telling you guys about. I Love Lucy premiered on October 15th, 1951. Lucy and Desi played Lucy and Ricky Ricardo. Lucy was a housewife who wanted to be in show business, and Desi was a band leader with an orchestra. Their friends were Ethel and Fred Mertz. I Love Lucy became the most watched TV show on television. No one wanted to miss a single minute. It was so funny. It's still so funny. You could watch an episode today and I promise you ducklings will be laughing. Lucy wore crazy costumes and made silly faces. If something would get a laugh, she would do it. Lucy's famous red hair color came from a bottle. She chose red so she would stand out. It's no surprise that Lucille Ball is also known as the Queen of Comedy. In one episode of her show, Lucy and Ethel get jobs in a candy factory and can't keep up with the conveyor belt. Lucy hides chocolate in her dress and her mouth. Oh my goodness, I remember this episode. If you watch any episode of I Love Lucy, this is the one. In another episode, Lucy stomps grapes with her bare feet and gets into a messy fruit fight. This was a special time in Lucy's life. Not only was her show a huge success, but she and Desi had a baby girl, Lucy, and then a baby boy, Desi Jr., 2 years later. I Love Lucy aired for 6 years. Sadly, after it ended, Lucy and Desi's marriage ended too. Lucy became the sole owner of Desi-Lou Productions and the first woman to run a Hollywood studio. That's so cool. In late 1961, Lucy married a man named Gary Morton. They were happy together, but Lucy and Desi never stopped caring about one another. Lucy wanted to keep making people laugh. She went on to star in The Lucy Show and Here's Lucy and the movie musical Mame. She won many awards and received 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Lucy died on April 26, 1989. Generations of fans around the world were devastated. One of Hollywood's biggest and most loved stars was gone. The Lucy Desi Museum and the National Comedy Center opened in Lucy's hometown of Jamestown. Although Lucy is no longer with us, the laughter and love for her remain. Lucille Ball was a trailblazer, actress, comedian, studio executive, and producer, and Hollywood legend. A small-town girl with big dreams had the courage to chase them and found success beyond her wildest imagination. That's why everyone, and I mean everyone, loves Lucy. The end. There you have it, ducklings. Now you know a little bit about this iconic legend, boss lady. That's it for today, but before we go, let's end with our affirmations. Repeat after me. I am kind. I am strong. I am important. I am brave. And I am unstoppable. Just like Lucy was unstoppable. Even when her teachers made fun of her dancing, even when one leg was shorter than the other, nothing was going to stop her from getting her dreams. As always, thank you for coming to my castle. Before you go, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. I want to make sure you keep coming back. Thanks for visiting, and I'll see you next time.